Hello, it's time for Fawn Age News. With me, your host, the sage of the Fawn Age, Nostradamus. How'd you do? Well, folks, we're one step closer to World War III breaking out, courtesy of Donald Trump pulling out of Syria. The pity his father didn't pull out in time. Turkey launches military operation in northeast Syria. Turkey has launched a military operation in northeastern Syria after US forces pulled back from the area with a series of airstrikes hitting Kurdish-controlled border towns. Turkish President, racist, warmongering bastard, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, announced the start of the campaign on Wednesday, which followed an abrupt decision on Sunday by US President Donald Trump that American troops would step aside to allow for the operation. This is gonna be a right fucking mess. I need a drink. Mustafa Bali, a spokesman for the US-backed SDF, said Turkish warplanes were targeting civilian areas in northern Syria, causing a huge panic in the region. His brother, Mustafa Piss, is reportedly hiding in the bathroom due to his incontinence being exasperated by the worsening situation. Turkish jets have bombed SDF military positions and villages in Tal Abyad, Ras Al Ain, Qamishli, and Ain Issa. The SDF group said in a post on Twitter, adding there were initial reports of civilian casualties from the strikes, and they've only just bloody started. A witness in Tal Abyad told Reuters that sounds of explosions rang out and smoke was rising near the border with Turkey as people fled the town en masse. Erdogan announced on Twitter the launch of Operation Peace Spring and said it was targeting the ISIL group and the Syria-based Kurdish People's Protection Units, which Turkey considers to be linked to the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party. He just doesn't like Kurds, and he's just determined to wipe them out as a race. That's the top and bottom of it. Bastard. Anyway, lines are going to be drawn over this. Anyway. Happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, joy, joy, joy. I don't think you're happy enough. That's right. I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck egg. Now, boys and girls, let's try it again. Happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy.
What is the bearing of the laws of heredity upon human affairs? Eugenics provides the answer, so far as this is known. Eugenics seeks to apply the known laws of heredity so as to prevent the degeneration of the race and improve its inborn qualities. An example of favourable heredity is shown by the pedigree of the Phelps family.
It's going to be complete, absolute chaos. And here's one consequence that's going to happen. Huge concern. Thousands of ISIS prisoners may escape as Turkey invades Syria. From CNN, fears are growing among American officials that thousands of ISIS fighters may escape from prisons in Syria as the Kurdish personnel guarding them gear up for a fight with Turkey, which launched a military offensive. Turkey's assault has already had a detrimental effect on American counter-ISIS operations, which have effectively stopped, a senior US defense official told CNN on Wednesday. When asked Wednesday about the threat of ISIS prisoners escaping, President Donald Trump claimed that some of the most dangerous ISIS prisoners had been moved, putting them in other areas where it's secure. He dismissed the overall threat, replying, "Well, they'll be going to be escaping to Europe, so it don't matter to us, does it? They'll go to Europe, not coming to America." US officials have long warned of the vulnerability of the pop-up prisons, housing some 11,000 to 12,000 ISIS fighters, plus the wives. They've all got 3 or 4 wives each, so talking 30, 40, 50,000 wives, and all the little bullets they've popped out in the camps. Oh dear God. Oh dear. This is not good. This is not good at all. Trump has called for prisoners to be repatriated. Repatriated where? I know what I'd do with them. As some of you may have gathered, I enjoy watching the night sky, weather permitting. And no, this isn't a photograph I've taken of an amazing phenomenon. This is a photograph of a fucking neighbour, a paranoid bastard with his strobing security light, 1,000 fucking million billion watts of energy. It's bad enough with the light pollution in this town. With that, I can't see bugger all. You need a flipping moth fly past and the fucking thing, boom, lights a fucking old block up. You can see this from the bloody International Bleeding Space Station. Bloody fucking wanker. Let's go over to globalincidentmap.com and look at the latest lethal disease outbreaks in the world. Start over here. What have we got? California. Mouse tests positive for hantavirus in Julian. I think Julian should be more careful. What have we got? West Nile virus. Ooh, that's nasty. All them West Nile virus rates across the states. Oh, the purple one here, what's that? Typhoid. Stay clear of that. Oh, it's dengue. 18 cases. 548. Oh, let's zoom in on the dengue. Dengue continues to spread in Puebla. 161 cases in a week. Had that. Oh, it's coming everywhere, dengue. There were more than 81,800 cases of dengue in Honduras. That's a lot. 10,000. 700 cases this year. 27 deaths. 11,000 cases. Oh, it's in Florida. 5th case of dengue. In Miami. Oh, heck. What have we got in Brazil? Dengue. More than 108,000 cases of dengue. Stealing? What have we got here? Oh, it's in France. Dengue's in France. Jeez. What's that? In Spain? Tularemia. 3 cases of tularemia in Spain. What the hell's that? Tularemia is a rare infectious disease that typically attacks the skin, eyes, lymph nodes, and lungs. Rabbit fever, or deer fly fever, is caused by the bacterium Francisella tularensis. Ooh, that sounds nasty. What have we got in Africa? Nigeria, cholera. This. Ebola. Ebola deaths near 2,000. Cases over 3,000. Yeah, and the rest. You don't hear nothing about it. They're keeping it quiet. Over 40,000 cases of chikungunya. What the hell's that? Chikungunya. Rising number of cases of chikungunya in Ethiopia is becoming a grave matter of concern. Let's look this up while we're here. Chikungunya. Oh, can't do that. Hang on. Chikungunya is a viral illness transmitted by mosquitoes that causes the sudden onset of fever and severe joint pain. Chikungunya means that which bends up, which presumably means you're in that much pain, you go into the fetal position because it's unbearable. Oh, look at that. There's a lot going on there. Look at that. What have we got going on here? India, dengue everywhere. What's that yellow one? Cattle test negative for brucellosis. The hell that is. Oh heck. Swine flu. Congo fever. African swine fever. Dengue. What we got down here? Polio. Polio. Where far art thou, polio? Swine fever. Oh well. Here's some clueless fucking morons playing Pokemon Go on the slopes of an active volcano.
In discussing human genetics, we have to take account of what we call differential fertility. In this figure, we have represented the differential rate of increase in a population where originally half the individuals were below the average in physical and mental ability and half above it, and where couples below the average have 3 children as against 2 produced by those above. In the first generation, there will be 3 below to 2 above. In the second, 4.5 below to 2 above. In the third, 6 3/4 below to 2. And in the fourth, rather over 10 to 2. The lengths of these grey and white strips represent the average of the population of each group. So you see that in a mere matter of 4 generations, individuals below the average have become more than 5 times as abundant as those above it. And so, if we want to maintain the race at a high level, physically and mentally, everybody sound in body and mind should marry and have enough children to perpetuate their stock and carry on the race. Lastly, I would like to thank the distinguished members of the Phelps, Godfrey, Terry and Gilgood families for their invaluable help.
Methane levels at 300 millibars in the atmosphere have risen by over 30 parts per billion in the past 16 weeks since the 15th of June.
Here on Polar Portal, we're looking at the Arctic sea ice conditions, and the Arctic sea ice volume is really struggling to recover due to the temperatures that are blazing up there. However, we've not got blazing temperatures everywhere. Winter storm could bring up to 2 feet of snow to central and western USA. A potentially historic winter storm will slam the north-central US over the next few days with up to 2 feet of snow possible in some areas. Snow will accumulate from eastern Washington and Montana to Colorado, the Dakotas, Minnesota, and northern Wisconsin, the Weather Channel said. Record low temperatures are also possible Thursday and Friday across the western US. The system will produce severe storms and heavy rain Thursday in the southern plains and critical to extreme fire weather threats from the central and southern Rockies to California. The size and intensity of this snowstorm are unheard of for October, according to AccuWeather. In Spokane, Washington, wet, heavy snow snapped tree branches and took out power lines. Driving conditions are deteriorating across Montana and northern Wyoming as ice and blowing snow covered roadways. A snowstorm will wallop central US this week, plunging temperatures as much as 60 degrees in one day. This is going to be quite common, and 60 degrees is going to be nothing. A slew of winter storm warnings, watches and freeze warnings were in effect across parts of 7 states as the storm ramped up on Wednesday. Significant travel disruptions, tree damage and sporadic power outages will be possible where the heavy snow occurs. Denver and Minneapolis could see their first snow of the season. Near blizzard to full-fledged blizzard conditions are possible across portions of central North Dakota Friday afternoon into Saturday morning. Wild temperature swings will accompany the storm. In Denver, temperatures are forecast to plummet from the summery low 80s on Wednesday afternoon to the frigid upper 20s by Thursday morning. That is weather whiplash. So what we're seeing is more defined areas of extreme cold and extreme heat. Extreme cold, extreme heat. Cold, heat. Extreme cold, extreme heat. The weather's becoming chaotic and we ain't seen nothing yet. As the weather systems move, we're going to see extreme changes in temperature from one place to another in a matter of hours. Hot one day, freezing the next, freezing one day, boiling the next. Nature's not going to be able to cope with this. This is the start of the battle where Mother Nature tries to reset the balance. This process is going to swing back and forth across the continents, becoming more and more exaggerated. We won't see temperature swings in a day of 60 degrees. We'll see 80 and 100. It'll be unbelievable. Eventually, the world's climate will settle down into a new steady state. But it won't be anything that we've been used to. We're either heading for hot house Earth or a new ice age, and I'm still not sure which way it's going to go. Whatever happens, it won't be good for us. It'll happen quick. I know that much. Let's have a look at Super Typhoon Hagibis. Forecast shortly to reach a low of 903 millibars. Here's Japan. See what it's forecast to do. Here's Tokyo. Tokyo's going to get a direct hit. some tropical tidbits. We go to Windy, and we're right near Fukushima. And in the early hours of Sunday, the waves are expected to be encroaching on 10 meters, 9.4. Nah, they was just going to dump it all in the ocean anyway. Thank you everyone for watching. We are so fucked. Absolutely fucked. We're more fucked than a crackhead prostitute in need of her next fix. 110% fucked.
Once they have been born, defectives are happier and more useful in these institutions than when at large. But it would have been better by far, for them and for the rest of the community, if they had never been born.